Hello, Dr. Tucker here. I want to talk a little bit about how to prevent going broke on your health today. Years ago, I learned not to begrudge spending money as it relates to education or health. Today I'm going to touch a little bit about the health aspect. Quite often you have patients who come in who have significant health issues. They've been run through the gamut of all kinds of medical testing, procedures, and yet they're still dealing with certain healthcare challenges. Well, we're always looking to make natural recommendations. Sometimes it's nutritional and food and shopping at the store. Sometimes it's vitamins or supplementation. And obviously the better products sometimes have a slightly higher price tag. But that's where the battle comes in, because they'll tell you they might not be able to afford the product they're looking for. The challenge is some of those people are also, at the bar every Friday, and we know what the cocktail bill there goes for. Sometimes those are the same folks that are shopping for the newest iPhone. Or worse off, sometimes you see that same patient average about 2 packs of cigarettes a day. In Pennsylvania, the average cost of smokes is about $7. So if you're at 2 packs a day, and you look at about 30 days in an average month, that's about $420 a month. I'm sure you can do quite a bit of that in terms of reallocating that to the right nutrition, supplements, and so forth. So it's a little bit of a priority issue. And once you know where to invest the proper funding, you're going to get a better long-term return. What happens, once you give up on that initial investing in preventative health, then sometimes you end up in a model where you'll just do whatever procedure or drug is the cheapest and covered by a copay. Even though today, of course, deductibles are higher and so forth. And then once you've been on these chronic drugs for years, you start to develop certain side effects. And when you get into these side effects, eventually you might start to visit the hospital systems and increase your drug use a little bit more frequently. So one of the statistics I want to look at today from Huffington Post website is the top 10 reasons people go bankrupt. And the actual #1 reason is medical expenses. A recent Harvard University study showed that medical expenses account for approximately 62% of personal bankruptcy in the U.S. It also showed that 72% of those who filed bankruptcy due to medical expenses had some type of health insurance, thus debunking the myth that only the uninsured face financial catastrophes due to medical-related expenses. So the bottom line is, even if you have insurance, you can still go broke by visiting that medical model too much. It's actually the #1 reason people end up in bankruptcy. An old mentor of mine wrote a book called How Staying Healthy Can Keep You Rich, or Make You Rich. And what he documented in one of the studies was that every 30 seconds in the United States, somebody files for bankruptcy due to a serious health problem. I think it was still part of that Harvard study. So it's more prevalent than you think, and if you're investing a little bit up front, you might prevent some of these bigger, more grandiose expenditures in the medical model down the road. So my last tip, I guess, is to find a wellness team, reconsider prioritizing where you want to put a little bit of that initial investment. I'll give you a few bullets on some considerations for what a wellness team should look like, so you're living a little bit more of a preventative healthcare model versus a sick care system, or more reactive versus proactive care. It could be something as simple as having a massage therapist in your life, a chiropractor, a personal trainer, a nutritionist, emotional support from friends, family, or some mentor. But long story short, you should find a few of your maybe top 5, top 10 wellness team people. This way it could be a little bit more manageable financially, and understand that you're actually preventing financial loss by investing in a little bit of wellness up front.